We will continue with the bearing bracket, so I will change the camera position to flywheel, and we select the bracket and we turn on the TriBall. Then we will move the bracket, so I will right click the center handle, choose to point, and we will click on the center point here on this face. Then we turn off the TriBall, and we will make some adjustments. We go to the IntelliShape level and grab this handle and use the shift key now to snap to this edge, and we do the same with the other handle here. Grab it, use the shift key to snap to this edge, and we will also snap to this edge and to the bottom like so. But now this part of the bracket is a little bit too large, so we will adjust the size a little bit. So we right click and hold, and we will change symmetrically now. We drop it there and type 26, and we do the same with this handle. Right click and hold, and we will change it symmetrically and drop it there and type 18. So now we have the right size of this part of the bracket. Then I will deselect and select it in part level. So now we will hide the rest of the Stirling engine. So when this part is selected in part level, we right click, and here we can choose hide unselected or Control Alt Space. So we try to use that shortcut. So when the part is selected, we press Control Alt and Space, and the parts are hidden. So we will continue to build this bracket. We will add a cylinder. So we come over here, add a cylinder, and we drop it here in the center, and we click OK, and we change the thickness to 3 millimeters and the diameter to 22. And we see that we have to move this cylinder to the same level as this part of the bracket. So when we have it in IntelliShape level, we right click, and here we choose Flip Extrude Direction. And now we will select the TriBall, turn on the TriBall, and we will move it a bit. So we will drag this handle and we drop it there, and here we type 65. So it will be placed here. Then we turn off the TriBall. So now we need to connect these two, and we do that with an extrude shape and drop it here in the center. And we will also change the thickness of this one. Select this handle, type 3, and then we right click and hold this handle to change the width. We'll drop it there and type 12, and then we right click this handle and select to center point, and we click on this edge. Then we grab this handle and we snap it to this edge here, and we have to do the same with this one as we did with the cylinder. We right click when it is selected in IntelliShape level, right click and choose Flip Extrude Direction, and now it is in place. Then we will add some holes here, or cut some holes. So we use a cut cylinder, drop it in the center, click OK, and we right click this handle and choose to point, select this edge, and we change the diameter here to 3. Then we turn on the TriBall because we have to move it a bit. So we grab this handle, left click and hold and drag, and we drag it in this direction, and we type 8. And then we will make a hole pattern. We have to copy 2 more holes and make a hole pattern. So we deselect the axis by clicking outside the TriBall, and we have to move the TriBall to the center of this part of the bracket. So we loosen the TriBall, pressing space, right click the center handle and choose to center point. And then we lock the TriBall, select this axis, and then we right click and hold inside the TriBall and we drag like so, and then we let go here, and here we choose link. We need 2 more holes, and the angle will be 360 divided by 3, and then we click OK, and we got our hole pattern. Then we turn off the TriBall, and we will also cut a hole here for a shaft that will eventually go through here. So I will use a cut cylinder, drop it here in the center, click OK, and we will right click this height handle, choose to point, select this edge, and change the diameter to 5 and hit enter. So next will be to cut 2 holes here to fasten the bracket to the pillar. So I will use another cut cylinder, and there is no center point here, so I will use this center point or midpoint. And I will click OK. I will right click this handle to change the depth of the hole, choose to point and click this edge, change the diameter here to 4 and hit enter. Then we will move the hole, so I will turn on the TriBall, right click this handle and choose midpoint of edge, and I will choose this edge, like so. So now it is placed in the center of this part of the bracket. Now we need 2 holes, one hole here and the other one will be placed down here. So we will right drag this handle up a bit, drop it there, and we link the hole. We need only one, but the distance will be 8, and we will also use this option. We check this box, repeat it in reverse direction, and this one shouldn't be selected. So it's only this box should be selected in this case. So I will click OK. So now when I turn off the TriBall, I can delete this hole because it's already selected. So I press delete. So now we have the holes so that we can fasten the bracket to the pillar. Then we will round these corners. We will use blend edges, but we select the bracket first. Then I press the S key on the keyboard to get the floaty pop-up menu. And we will select blend edges. If we come over to the properties, we see that we have 2 millimeters in radius, but we type 1 and hit enter once. Then we will select these edges, this one and that one and this one, and also on the other side, like so. And then we also select this edge, but this edge should be 4 millimeters. So when it is selected, we type 4 and hit enter. And we will also select this edge. And then we hit enter to confirm the command. Now we have finished the bracket. So now we can right click here in the scene and select show all, or we can use shift space, and we try to do that. Shift space, and all the parts are visible. So now we select the bracket and we come over to the properties, and here we type bearing bracket, hit enter, copy the name and paste it here, and the part number will be 105, and we hit enter, and we come down here to change color. We paint it with the same color as the crankcase. So now I go to my original camera position, I and D, and then we will save the scene and we will continue in the next video.